Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey. A few weeks ago, we took what was amounted to almost a 24-hour trip. We went the previous night to Bardstown and got dinner with our friend Sarah, got up early the next morning to do a couple things, and we headed into Louisville. We got to Louisville, we ended up going to Michter's. Walked into Michter's after being in line for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes.
Maybe, yeah, it wasn't very long.
And holy guacamole, here was the offering. And immediately we got a pair, and our friend Vincent, the head of the Owensboro Bourbon Society, text him real fast, you want it? And he's like, yeah, I can hear that Jersey accent through the text. So we went ahead and picked up two of them. We're going to be getting him one soon, but tonight we are going to go ahead and review these two bottles.
We're going to start out with the Shenks, so I'll talk a little bit about that first, and we'll taste it, and then we'll go on to the Bombergers. So it's referred to as Shenks Homestead 2025. And this pays homage to John Shenk, who founded Shenks Distillery in Pennsylvania. This distillery was later renamed Bombergers Distillery in the 1800s before its name changed again to Michter's Distillery in the mid-20th century. This is the heritage that they're bringing forward with this spirit. According to Master Distiller Dan McKee, I really enjoy the bold and lingering baking spice notes of the 2025 Shenks. Some of it was finished in French oak toasted, but not charred barrels crafted from wood grown in the French forest, and that really helped to bring the character forward. So this is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey by Michter's Distillery, and this was distilled at the Fort Nelson Distillery. The mash bill is undisclosed, but it's known to be a higher rye mash bill for them. It is also non-age stated, but it is at least 4 years old. The proof is 92.1. The MSRP is $110. It was released in July of 2025. If you're a batch geek like I am, it's batch 25E 1901. This is bottle 1865 of 2305. And we purchased it on July 18th for $119 at Michter's in Fort Nelson in Louisville. I'm excited. We did a review, I think at the 2023 on our blog, but we didn't get the 2024s.
Nope.
So we missed a year, which is okay. You don't have to get everything every year, but I was excited. We always say when we're standing in line at Michter's, what we hope they'll have that day, and this was it. So there you go. Let's check out Shenks Homestead. And I poured these several hours ago, so they've had time to open up. Matter of fact, when we walked in the room, it was like, woo, I feel like I'm in a bar. It's a pretty color. It's not super dark, even though it had the extra oak finishing.
Mine isn't very leggy. Well, actually, now it's starting. Right when I open my mouth.
Mine's doing a pretty good job of clinging onto the side of the glass there. Let's go ahead and check out the nose whites doing that. I do get some spicy notes right off the bat.
Typical baking spices, I get honey. There's like a honey there.
I was going to say I'm getting a sweetness of honey. Yeah. I like that.
It's kind of a scent that reminds me of Dan McKee, Big Sexy. There was a guy that had a hand in this.
Because he's such a honey.
Oh, he's a sexy man. Just asking.
Well, what I like about it is a summer release. And honey makes me think of summertime, because that's when the bees have all their hives going and everything. So I think it's not that there's any honey in this, but that just makes me think of summertime. Well, I'm kind of done smelling it. I'd like to taste it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So let's taste Shenks.
Shenks Homestead 2025. Cheers.
First taste of the day.
It does have some nice spice notes coming forward. Sometimes with the lower proofs, I don't get as much on it, but like Dan said, this has some nice notes coming forward, and I feel like I'm getting some of that French oak, which I think was the vanilla note we got on the nose. Because I love a really good French oak finish, and this is pretty tasty.
It is definitely spicy. This is not a fruity bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to find banana, kumquat, but it's a spicy bourbon, and it tastes good.
Yeah, it's got a lot of complexity, which I'm enjoying. And Michter's does a really good job with stuff. I mean, they have that low barrel entry proof, and you've got Andrew Wilson who oversees everything happening with the barrels along the way to make sure they're just right. And they do have some temperature control in their rick houses, so that helps them keep the exact thing happening with their barrels that they desire. I think that's why you get a little more flavor on their bottles, even at the lower proof. And that makes it kind of a nice wide range for a lot of people, because there are people that don't like things that are too proofy.
Right.
So it's a really nice sipping whiskey is what I would call it. You could just sip on it. It's very, very pleasant. It's got some really nice notes to it.
I do, and I mentioned it before, I do get citrus.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's like I said, it's not a sweet bourbon. It's a good bourbon. It's a savory one.
And I agree with your citrus. I'm getting more lemon than orange though. It just has a little bit more pop than an orange does. But it's not bitter like a zest. It's really like a nice splash of the lemon, which goes well with the honey.
Mm-hmm.
And that French oak. And I took another sip to see what I thought about the finish, because it's got a pretty decent finish on it.
Well, I'm pretty sour on your opinion there, I'll tell you. Now, are we going to do try the Bombergers now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and I'll read a little bit about what the Bombergers is all about, and then we'll get to tasting that. This is Bombergers Declaration 2025. Just like Shenks, this wood science and maturation are key to the character of Bomberger's Declaration. We were just talking about her. Master of Maturation, Andrea Wilson said, "I'm so happy with the results. Once again, this Chinkapin barrels have contributed to the hallmark flavor of the Bomberger's Declaration." So for this year's release, they used a spectrum of different barrels, constructed from wood, naturally seasoned outdoors, from anywhere from 18 months to 3 to 4 years, and so change the chemistry of the barrels a little bit. So that reminds me of someone else we really like a lot, the way they do things, really working with the barrels before and after the charring, which is pretty interesting. So once again, this is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey by Michter's, made at the Michter's Fort Nelson Distillery. It is undisclosed again, but this has a higher corn, less rye than the other one. It is also 4 years old. This proof is a little warmer. It is 108. Its MSRP is $120 and also released in July of 2025. Our batch is 25F1978, bottle 1436 of 2673. And as I noted earlier, it was aged in Chinkapin oak. And we did buy this again on the same day in a package deal, but it was $129 at Michter's. A little bit proofier. It's got 16 points on the other one, and a different kind of oak finish. Let's just go ahead and check out how it looks and see if we can get any legs forming on this one. Again, it's got that little bit different mash bill, which makes it a completely different bottle, although they both pay homage to history. And instead of the French oak, which I love, it's got the Chinkapin. And I think if we only have one other offering of that, I think it's one of the Heaven Hill Select bottles that we have that has that wood finish. So I'm just going to say I'm not nearly as familiar with what that wood does with a spirit like I am with some other woods. So
I have no idea, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't. It's a barrel. I know it's made of something.
Well, every wood does different things, though.
Oh, anyway. It's a barrel. It's made of wood.
Anyway, I've got a nice little ringlet forming here that it's getting ready to have some really nice legs, I do believe. It's so heavy, it's taken a bit. But it looks like a ring of pearls all the way around the neck of that glass there.
I've got mine kind of running down a little bit.
I'm going to check out the nose. Yeah, this is definitely so different. It's sweeter.
It's similar, but it's not.
Yeah, well, it's a different mash bill and everything. It's a different wood. So they're both historical and paying homage to the original, roots of Michter's, but they're really different. I think this is more sweet. I've got some notes of cherry on this one. That one Shenks had like no fruit whatsoever. This has got fruit coming forward.
Yes. It's softer.
Yeah, even though it's hotter, it's 16 points warmer. that we haven't tasted it yet, but sometimes that comes through on your nose as well. Yeah, the cherry notes. I'm kind of just stuck in this, like, it's almost like a cherry's jubilee. I mean, I'm just like stuck on that right now.
I must have walked into a bee's nest earlier or something. I'm getting just a tad bit of
Still
honey in
getting
this.
some honey? Okay. I'm getting like brandied cherries. It's not like I picked a cherry off the tree. It's like a brandied cherry. Like I opened up the Luxardo cherries or something.
I'm envious of her glass.
You want to trade?
Nah, it's my nose.
So while I've been sitting here
like
jabbering away, we got some really gorgeous legs on this glass too. I mean, it's
pretty
really
good.
nice.
I think the legs are better on this than the first one.
Well, and that sometimes does happen with a little bit more proof.
True.
A little less watering down.
I'll show you. Taste
Yes, let's cheers to Bomberger as Declaration 2025.
it. Bomberger.
That's a little more in my wheelhouse, I think. Like the Shenks, but if I could only have one, I'm already saying this, I'd probably pick Bombergers. I like the proof point.
There is a little bit more. There's more savoriness in the Bombergers than there was sweetness in the Shenk.
Okay.
I think it's the combinations there, because on the nose I didn't get anything that I would consider savory. On the taste, I'm getting, there's a little bit of spice to it. I'm not sure what.
I'm getting that from the wood, I believe. I think that's the wood finishing that's bringing that note forward, at least for me, that you're talking about. I think that's the chinkapin. What little I know about it. So.
Sounds like American Indian tribe.
I love the mouthfeel on this one. It's got a bit more viscosity than the Shenks does. That cherry's jubilee I was getting on the nose has turned to a richer, darker cherry on the palate. And like Wayne said, that I think it's that finishing barrel is just bringing some poppin' notes forward that are really nice. Not overpowering in any way, but it's pretty tasty. It's bringing some complexity.
It's spicier. It definitely is on the
You
taste.
think? Because I think the other one's spicier.
I think it's meaning it's spicier than I was expecting.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, to me it's very soft and sweet on the nose, but it's much more savory on the palate, and there is a little bit of a zest going on there. I really like it. This is
You're getting zest on this one too?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not getting zest on this one at all. I'm not getting anything citrusy on this one.
This is one I definitely want to, maybe not tonight, but I do want to sit on some more, because I think it's a fresh opening, fresh open bottle as of a couple hours ago, you said, and I think there's a lot there, and I think this is going to evolve.
Yeah, and the finish on this one is really nice. I mean, it's just lingering while Wayne was talking. I can still feel it. I can still feel and it's even got some sweet notes on the finish, which I enjoy. The cherry is my favorite part of this one. The fact that it's kind of like a cherry's jubilee on the nose, and then it becomes a deeper, darker, almost cherry pie kind of thing on the palate. And then as you're going into the finish, you're still getting hints of it, but it's more like with dark chocolate, like a dark covered cherry or something. So it's a fabulous, I'm loving this one.
I wish I could find the cherry. Growing up, my cherry was from a Hostess baked pie.
Well, that counts.
Cherry type thing, and that was a very sweet type thing.
Yeah, this
really
is more like
this.
cherry's jubilee, like you would have a flambéed at a fancy restaurant or something. That's what the nose is, and then again, it goes more like a baked cherry that's been in the oven, baking in that pie. Because I get a little bit of that pie crust note, and again, that's probably coming from that wood, is my guess. But it's got a really nice finish too. They're both great bottles.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to taste.
I
this
think
first
they're different. And they're intended to be different. If they were the same, why would you need to buy both of them? Right? They're
totally
completely
agree.
different experiences.
They're different, but you can tell they're related. It's that little bit of the savoriness. I think that they both have that's consistent. I love the proof, the way the Bombergers drinks. I really like it. I have nothing against a lower proof bourbon. I think the number one thing you want is a quality of flavor and taste.
Yes.
You know, I like, for example, I like spicy stuff. I'll order stuff extra, a Bloody Mary extra spicy, but I don't want you to give me something that's so hot that it burns my mouth. I have no flavor.
Yeah.
And I think with bourbon, it sort of plays that same way. You can give me a really high proof bourbon, and if I get flavor, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
You give me a low proof bourbon, it's got flavor, I'm happy. If one's just
I just
hot
want it
or
to
whatever,
taste good.
Yeah.
I want it to be an enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
These are both enjoyable experiences.
Absolutely.
They're just very different experiences. That's why they have two different bottles, so that you are tempted to buy two. And I would probably still, if we asked that question a lot, would we buy it again? I would. I mean, I don't need a backup bottle, I don't think, because we still have some from 2023 left over, so we don't hit it often. But it would be interesting to compare these at some point with the 23s. But I'm very glad we got these.
Okay.
I'm glad we have them.
I'm going to put you on the spot. If we walked in there today and you could only buy one of these bottles, which would you pick?
I would buy the Bombergers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it hits more notes of my favorite profile. And it's, you know, everything about it, I just, which is shocking because I love French oak. So Shenks is hitting me on those notes a lot and getting that whole, you know, that lemon vibe and the honey. That's really awesome. But Bombergers hits on a few more of those checkpoints of things that I really, really like. So if I had to pick, I would pick Bombergers.
I agree. And I like the way the proof drinks with it. It's really good.
Smooth.
It's very smooth. It's smooth like Dan McKee. Really good stuff. And Michter's never really disappoints.
They make really good whiskey.
They do.
And their rye is one of the, we've told you before, we don't drink a ton of rye. Their rye is one that we really enjoy. So
Yes.
they do put out a great rye as well. So again, we don't have anything from them we don't like.
Absolutely.
So
I guess with that, let's raise a glass. I'll raise Bombergers. She's got.
I'll bring up the Michter's glass.
So cheers to all of you out there, and thank you for your time. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe button, and always remember to drink responsibly. And when you're at Fort Nelson, always remember to drink Michter's. Cheers.
Cheers.